So it's the next morning. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to turn on this little heater and see how it operates. So currently we'll see what temperature it is in here based on some of the equipment. So the way I do that, laser temperature heat gun. So just point that at some of your equipment. Like right now, my laser, the metal of my laser equipment is showing 46 degrees. If I point at the Hottronics back there, the metal on the Hottronics about 45, so the stone itself 45. So everything is consistently showing a 45 degree temperature in the garage. With the cold mornings up here and nights, that's about where the temperature wants to be. Sometimes is between, it could be anywhere between 20 something degrees and 40 something degrees in the garage. So with this particular Ainpota, Ainpota, I don't know. The way you operate it is you hit the power button to engage it. So this basically just gets it going. So right there, it's telling me that, okay, you just turned it on. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this little temperature button, and that actually, maybe not, that's kind of weird. Okay, so what I did last night is I hit this button right here. This is your toggle button. So it goes through off, auto, fan only, and then off. So what I'm gonna do is hit the power button again. I hit that last night to the off position, and then it turns itself off after it cools itself down. I'm hitting it now, and sure enough, the temperature, I'll show you, 45 degrees. So 45 degrees is exactly what the temperature of the equipment is. So that's telling me that at least the thermometer on this system is pretty accurate. So now we're just going to hit the fan button. That's fan only. When it reads H, that is your actual fan. So one thing I noticed about this fan yesterday is that it'll automatically fluctuate between high and low. So I think when it gets a certain temperature heat wise, it kicks to low and then it goes back to high. So it does that to, I guess, prevent itself from burning out, so to speak. But it did a pretty good job yesterday of warming up. At night when it cooled down, I actually let the garage cool down at night when the sun went down. It got to around low 50s in here, and I kicked it on, and it kicked it back up to about 61 degrees within a half hour. I think it went from 58 to 61 degrees in about 30 minutes. So that's pretty good. So right now at 45 degrees, I'm gonna let this thing run. We've got it on high, and then the temperature is set to 75. So I'm gonna actually kick it up. Well, we'll leave it at 75. Actually, I want the garage. We'll kick it up to 75 because sometimes you just don't know, you know, ambient temperature of the actual garage versus what the temperature is around that unit is going to be a little bit different. Plus the fact that I don't have drywall on the ceilings. So I have more of an open space and heat likes to travel upward. So let's let this run. I don't want to run this too hard, and let's see what it does, and then check back in about an hour, and then we'll see what the temperature is in the garage. So again, the main purpose of this video is to help people like you that maybe work out of a shop that might be in the backyard, work out of a garage, work out of any type of space where it gets really cold. Having this when it comes to heat press equipment, any type of equipment that just when it gets cold, it doesn't like it. So, but personally, I just want to work in a comfortable space. If I can get it to like 55, 60, 65, that's great for me. It's great for my equipment. So when it comes to laser engraving though, I've got glass tubes that have water that run through it. I want to try to keep that water warm. So I've got one system again for my refrigerant system that keeps that warm. It's a little cover that I created. It keeps it warm at night so that that water doesn't get too cold. That way, you know, once the room is about 65 degrees, I can come back, check the temperature in the room, and then I can go from there. So I'm just trying to keep my equipment a little more comfortable and as well myself. So check back in about an hour. All right, you guys, we are back, and it's been a little over an hour. walked into the garage, not super warm in here. I'm a little disappointed, I'll be honest. I mean, it's not crazy cold, but it's not warm like some people claim these heaters. Oh man, my garage was super hot, warm. It's right now it's cozy, okay? So maybe another hour or so it would do its thing. I don't know if part of that is because this thing throttles down at certain stages instead of just staying hot where it needs to be. But then again, I've got this thing sitting at 70 something degrees, and it is a big garage, so it would take time to kind of get this thing going. But we're doing a temperature reading, so let's see where we're at. We want to see what things have warmed up to. So now I'm going to hit the laser on the left side, 61 degrees there. Now I'm going to hit it on the right side. We're at 59 degrees there. So temperature definitely went up. Let's look at the granite. We're at 55 degrees on the granite. Well, that's quartz actually, so that's a little more dense. That's why this takes longer to heat up. So 56 there. Let's hit this. And we're at 57.5 over here. So the equipment is definitely warming up. You know, let's hit the Hottronics here. The Hottronics is sitting at 62 degrees. You can always too use this and hit the back of your machine to see where your tube is at on the glass, so that you know, okay, you know, I'm definitely good to go. Now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to crank this up a lot higher to see if it works better. So that's one thing I'm going to do, because I do think that at 7,500 watts, I mean, I have it at 70, so I mean, you figure within the hour it went up 5 degrees. So now I've got it at 90 degrees. So now what's going to happen is that heater is going to kick in high mode and run probably a little different. See, the heater itself, the ambient temperature of the heater, let's see what it's showing. It's showing 73 degrees, okay? Now I've got on order from Amazon, I ordered a couple of ThermoPro temperature gauges. These are little tabletop gauges. They register humidity and ambient room temperature. I've got 2 of those coming. They should get here today. So that's something that I'm going to put in here also. I want one back there because I want to know ultimately what's the ambient room temperature total that's happening. Definitely, you know, want to get things going, but at least, you know, it's knocked off that chill. It's no longer definitely 45 degrees in here. It's you know, we went from 45 degrees within the hour. This equipment is sitting at, you know, 60 something degrees within the hour. That means now my equipment is ready to rock and roll at 9 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time you decide to get up. At least within the first couple hours you can run this and then have your coffee, sit there and catch up on some shows, whatever you want to do some Bible reading. Hey, handle it. Come in here, start your day. So that's what it's really all about. When you're working from home, which this is what we're doing, we work from home now. You guys know the history of what I used to do. You know, you'd recognize that, hey, working from home, you got to make it work. So this is what it's all about. Get that shop warmed up, and then you're good to go. Nobody wants to work in a chilly shop, especially this guy. So that's what I got for you guys. It works. It's definitely doing its thing. Is it the best heater that's out there? No. Bang for buck? Heck yeah. So the lowest setting is 5,000 to 7,500 watts. As long as you crank it up, it's going to do its thing. So I can't really complain at all. You know, it was a great deal for the price. I'd highly recommend this one so far. It's doing its thing, and here's the evidence of what I just showed you. There are so many to look at. Trust me, I looked for a month on these things. I'm basing what I purchased off reviews, off of similarities, off of the remote control, the digital aspect, the fact that it goes from 5,000 to 7,500. It's got a variable setup there. It's got auto. It just has some really nice features for the price of what this one costs. So again, this will be in the post, in the description, a link to purchase this on Amazon. It is my affiliate link, and I do make commissions off that. but it doesn't cost you anything. It just provides the channel no chump change. So go ahead and use it, take advantage of it, get that insurance, and you'll be good to go. Hey, if you enjoyed this channel, my name is James. I have a custom print shop. It's called Essential Print Supply. We supply custom leather patches, custom t-shirts, custom apparel. We do all that stuff for the screen print industry. So take advantage of that website, essentialprintsupply.com. If it's not up yet, it is coming soon. We're just in the phase of relaunching a new website. We took down the old Shopify one and we're doing a custom one from web to ink. So I've been customizing this site for some time now and really tailoring it to meet the needs of how I think customers want to set up and design their stuff. I'm making it easy for you guys to be able to do custom leather patches like these and whatnot. So check out the site, get your patches ordered, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.